Okay, so in this video I want to show you what one of my favourite beach resorts is like. We're down here in Sant Elm in the southwest of Mallorca. Now this resort has changed a lot over the years. It used to be one of the original places I used to come to when I first moved to the island almost 20 years ago now, and my goodness it has changed too, because I'm going to show you, I'm just going to walk down through the main high street here. I'm going to talk about why it's changed, how it's changed, and what you can expect as well if you're going to come over here for a holiday, or even if you're going to come down here for a day trip. Okay, so I'm starting this video on the far end of Sant Elm Beach. You can see Sant Elm is a lovely little cove here. It's very, very beautiful, and it's very famous as well for its turquoise blue waters and views across Dragonera Island too. Now go back and check out some of my content which I made from over here in the past too. We haven't got a very, very sunny day. I mean, you do need absolute sunshine down here to get the absolutely beautiful turquoise waters, but I can see just looking along the coast here, the actual scenery hasn't changed too much. Got some lovely whitewash buildings. Many of these are restaurants and shops, but we're going to go and check those out in just a second. But first, I'm going to turn the camera around behind me and I'm going to show you one of the major big changes that we have over here in Sant Elm. And that is the Agua Beach Club to my left here. This area used to be completely empty. I think they used to use it as a mooring area for any little tenders coming in from the yachts, which we have out in front of us. In fact, I think they still do. You can see this is a very popular area for yachting and for boating over here in Mallorca. But this beach club here is one of the first signs that Sant Elm has become very, very exclusive. And this little resort used to be so popular with locals down here, but I fear it's actually now become completely unaffordable. Let's take a quick look at the menu here at the beach club. Now look, we're just looking here at the cost of a starter. We've got gazpacho cold tomato soup for €9. That's the cheapest thing on the starter menu. If you're after a selection of jamon serrano, which is being cut by hand, that's a €28 price point. Salads are from around 12 to €26. Seafood dishes are from about €23. Chicken dishes are from 18. Desserts are from around 12. Anyway, that's just to give you an idea. Let's have a look at cocktail prices. €12.50 for a cocktail over here. You can get them for $9.50 to $11, so that's kind of average for summer 2024. Let's have a look at this little beach over here as well, right on the far side of the main beach over in Sant Elm. Now, I'm glad to see this is now being lifeguarded. I think they have actually put a little bit more sand down because this used to be a very seaweedy area, but you can see it's packed full of not just holiday makers, but locals too. Anyway, I'll also drop onto this video a price for a sunbed for 2 people and a sun umbrella for the day. I can't imagine it's going to be too cheap anyway. Now Sant Elm has turned into very much of an exclusive area over on the southwest of Mallorca, particularly because it's so popular with the yachting community. But anyway, come on, let's take a walk into the centre. Now, I'm filming this on a Monday, and I would recommend that if you're coming down here to Sant Elm to visit for the day, do not come at the weekend because it'll get extremely busy. And this little beach at about 11 o'clock in the morning, 11, 12 o'clock in the morning, is already absolutely packed. But on the Sunday, I think every inch of sand will be taken. Good to see though that they've got a couple of pedalos here. Got kind of like a sea bike as well, and they've got a nice little disability area, easy access area with a boardwalk that goes right up to the beachfront here. But you can see as well that the sand down here, it's quite pebbly. It's kind of a mix of sand and pebbles. And right as we come off the beach here, look, you can see that we've got a selection of bars and restaurants too. Now, if you're coming in from Sant Elm, if you're coming on the bus from Andrach Port, you'll be coming down this road. If you're driving here as well, you'll be coming down on this road. On your right hand side, there's a car park. You can park here for the day. I do recommend that. You know, if you can get a spot in there, it is paid for though. That's one thing I do have to say. Across the road here we do have a bus, which goes over to Andratx Port. And let me just get you a price for the parking. It's actually been the same, more or less, for the past few years. It's €5 to park for the day. Look, there's a little bit of space in between the sun umbrellas for summer 2024. I can see it's not as packed as it looked from the front. It's also, as well, I can see it's a smoke-free beach, which is great to see. Whether people adhere to that, I don't know. Let me know in comments. It's also very well lifeguarded too. We're right up at the lifeguard tower. Just give you a few views of the beach. But anyway, come on, let's head on into Sant Elm. Also, just for information too, there's a little tourist information office right next to the car park here, as well as the UV sun index. It's not very high at the moment, which is really, really good to see. Anyway, I'm here with my daughter today. We thought we'd have a little trip down to Sant Elm, go to the beach, go for a swim. The snorkeling around here is rather wonderful, actually, just because the waters are so clear and the views are amazing too. Particularly if you come down here on the evening, you're going to get an amazing sunset. Now, I do remember many of these bars were Mallorquin run many, many years ago. I remember this was a very nice little cafe here. It probably still is a very nice cafe. Looks like they're just opening up. But we're now seeing a whole line of restaurants down right by the viewing point here in Sant Elm. We never used to have these, so they really are maximising the restaurant space down here too. Lots of little places to come for lunch. Just going to get a quick price. Look, you've got a price suggestion here of €18.90 for a chicken dish, I should say. Now, I have to warn you now that Sant Elm might not actually be the cheapest resort over here. It's not somewhere where you're going to expect prices to be particularly low. They used to be way back in the day, but not anymore, particularly because of the amazing location that we have over here. Let's keep walking up. We've got plenty of breakfast stops here as well. Look, they serve breakfast between 10 and 12. And to cater for all the cyclists that we do have, particularly out of peak season, got a little cycle park here too. But the one thing I really love about Sant Elm are these little boutiques here, these little independent boutiques. They have a very much of an Ibiza feel to them. Once again, we've got plenty of swimwear here, souvenirs, clothing. Very, 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 very cute, with a huge selection next door as well. I'm just coming up to a restaurant which I used to always go to with my family. Mum, I'm making this bit for you because I can't believe the price difference from just a few years ago when you used to come out. This restaurant is part of the old hostel. It's an old one-star hostel actually, which has amazing views as well, but the restaurant which is part of it has changed over the past 2 to 3 years. You used to be able to pick up a menu del dia here for somewhere between €12 during the week and €15 at the weekend, which included an unlimited dessert option as well. Check out the prices now. €28 for a menu del dia for today on Monday. So they have it in English around the back. Let's have a look. No, they don't. It's in Spanish, but I can explain what you have. Starters, you've got a salad, tomato and mozzarella salad, croquetas, or for the main course you can have either salmon or chicken, postre, which is dessert, plus some wine, water and bread. Now they used to also give you a bottle of wine as well, so you used to have this unlimited dessert, bottle of wine, bottle of water. It was amazing actually. So for €28, that's literally a 100% price rise. Cannot believe it, absolutely cannot believe it. You're looking at spending over €100 if just a few of you are going out for lunch. So anyway, let's continue. Now right to my left here, we can see one of the first lookout points over here in Sant Elm. Let's go and have a quick look. And what a view as well. This has got to be one of the best one-star places left in Mallorca. It is a hostel, it's not a hotel yet, But look, it's a little bit choppy today. This is great snorkeling as well on the calmer day. And from this restaurant, you're going to get some amazing views, which is probably why they hiked the price up. Anyway, let's keep walking on down the high street. Still have a little supermarket here, just way in front of me. But let's keep heading on down through the resort. A huge Italian restaurant right here in front of me. If anyone watching this video has holidayed over here in Sant Elm and has any good restaurant recommendations anywhere where they have been that they quite like, do let me know in comments. I'm just having a little look here at the Casita del Mar. I think I have come here for breakfast in the past actually, it does ring a bell. And look, we have another little lookout right next to the Fletcher's Bar as well, which I think might actually be open for this year. I remember it was closed up for absolutely years. It's closed at the moment, but it may open up for lunch a little bit later on. Just coming up past another lovely little boutique. Now, the one thing I've always loved about Sant Elm as well is that it is absolutely pristine. It doesn't have this feeling of a thrown-up holiday resort. It's very, very well maintained. It's very clean as well. And there are lots of little places to sit if you don't want to go to the beach, as this lady is doing here with her dogs. And look, let me just show you, we've got some steps down here as well to go snorkeling. Just coming past another little souvenir shop here, look. Very, very pretty. You've got like little prints, you can get little wooden objects as well. It looks all very sustainably made actually. Look, and there's a sign here saying support artisans, preserve traditions. I'm promoting responsible tourism this summer in Mallorca, so please come along and support these local businesses. I've got some absolutely lovely products here. Some of the best actually that you're going to find in many of the resorts. And look, check here, look, we've got a little exposition of fashion over here. I assume you could probably buy it too. There's more information next door. So yeah, come down in there and see what's available over here in Sant Elm. Now I can see the ice cream shop is closed today. I don't know if it's going to open later, quite possibly. They do have lovely homemade ice creams in that little shop too. I have to apologise actually, I'm wearing my flip-flops. I don't normally wear flip-flops when I'm making my videos. This is also another lovely restaurant too, it's also closed. Coming down here on a Monday actually, you're going to have a much quieter impression of Sant Elm because a lot of people do take their days off on the Monday to get over the busyness of the weekend. Just coming up past Nakara restaurant. This hasn't opened up just yet either. Is it going to open today? I don't know. It's looking very quiet in here. Now I think it will do actually. They've got tables laid with plates and glasses out. Another great seafood restaurant, but look, there's no prices on the boards here. But you're going to get some lovely views. Just have a look. Now this is the main mooring point here for the tenders from the super yachts coming in. It's also where you'll pick up the ferry as well to go over to Dragonera Island, which is just over to my right hand side. But let's go and check out the other restaurants that are very, very popular down here. Let's go and have a look. Now this is one of the best places on the island to come for dinner and to come and watch the sunset too, because the sunset's right in front of us, right out here too. I can see I've got a new little shop just opened up. And while much of this does close over the winter, I do know, well, from past experience that they have had a few of these restaurants stay open over the winter months too, if you're hiking or cycling out here too. Let's have a quick look at prices as well for, what have we got here? Paella dishes, around 23 euros approximately. 23, 24 euros for a paella per person. It's kind of standard in the nicer places this summer, but look, got some lovely restaurants running all the way down here. If you can't come in here on the Sunday, definitely book a table. In fact, if you're coming down here, full stop, just book a table before you come if you really want to eat over here. Let's go and check out some views. My goodness me, how this area has changed, and I'll tell you how it's changed as well, because they've filled this entire walkway up with so more tables than they ever had before. I remember one winter actually having lunch inside the restaurant. I don't even think you can dine in here anymore. It's probably changed hands a few times as well. We've got this nice little bar here, this little drinks area. We can get some snacks and tapas or some dinner, and check out the views here to the other island. And of course over towards Dragonera as well. Just coming up the side here, you can get some really amazing views. This is your picture postcard view of Dragonera Island here. And look, you can match up the photo as well. Definitely worth doing a little ferry ride over here if you want to do something different. You can also hike over on Dragonera Island too. And there's a nice little walkway where you can sit down too and just enjoy the views and the setting sun. Now if you are getting the ferry, you just need to go down to this little point here. We'll go and take a look in just a second, but first I want to talk to you about the property over here, and just look how this area has changed. Particularly for me, every time I come down here I just see another box has popped up where they've either completely demolished a previous Mallorquin little house, little fisherman's house. They put up these houses right in front of us. You may remember a few years ago I had a look at one of the properties. I think it was this one here. It was on sale. We had a look inside, but I can see up in front of me, look, another one has been thrown up too. Does it really fit with the look of the town? No, it doesn't. Are these holiday homes where people are probably going to come for maybe a couple of months a year? Yes, they are. I doubt very much people are going to be living down here who own these properties. These are going to be second holiday homes. But look at the views from over here. Now just looking to my right here, you can keep walking down through the village. There's an amazing walk around La Trapa, which is a video I made a few years ago actually. I'll also drop a link to that hike in the description text below this video. Go and check that out. But for now, we're going to keep on heading back. I need to get back to the beach. The beach is calling me, but first I'm going to just have a quick look at the ferry point here to show you where to go in case you do want to get the ferry over to Dragonera Island. And it's just down here. You can see there's some people down here waiting, but I think they're part of a dive group. We've also got great scuba diving around here as well. Just to let you know, let's go and have a quick look, see if there's a timetable for this summer. Okay, so the price to go to and from for a return ticket to Dragonera Island is €18 plus €1 for tax. That's going to be €19. You can also go to Port Andrach as well from here for €12 per trip, which is actually a really nice way of getting here if you don't want to get the bus. And they're the times of the boats. They normally run until the end of October as well. It depends on the weather conditions as well. So I'll leave the QR code up here. If you're watching this on the TV, just press the pause button. You can scan it and get your tickets. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my walk through St Elm this afternoon. It's been a little bit of a nostalgic trip into the past, just to see what it's like now in 2024. I warn you now, it's not going to be a cheap place to come here on holiday, particularly if you're eating out in restaurants every single day, but it's still an absolutely beautiful place to come for a day trip to. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can check out some of this content both here and here on YouTube as well, also filmed in this area. It might also help you out with your holiday. You can also find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Goodbye for now.